Hello guys, this is Claudia from claudiamyenglishteacher.com and welcome back to my IELTS sessions. Today we're going to focus on the reading part and in particular on the true, false, not given questions. Stay with me.
Okay, when you do the reading test, a very good tip is to focus on the text for a couple of minutes, even before you look at the questions, which are anyway the most important thing of the exercise. But just focus on the text and in particular on the title of that article and of that text. So in this case, we've got the history of the tortoise, which is this big giant animal here, and on the first 3 or 4 lines of the text. And then you go and look at the questions. Now, this is because you get a general idea of what the article is going to be about. And then again, as I said, the most important thing is the questions. Now we go back to the text and we start skimming and scanning. What does that mean? That means that you're not reading every single word of the text, but you're just reading the text quickly. You're just focusing on the keywords that you've underlined. Now, as we've seen in 31, one of the keywords that we've underlined was turtles. So the first thing you need to do is to go and look for a paragraph or a sentence that has turtles. And to do that, you need to skim and scan the text. So if we look at the text here, we've got the first paragraph. We've got, if you go back far enough, everything lived in the sea. Now here I can read reptiles, birds, mammals and insects, so it's not turtles. I also have, for example, scorpions, snails, I've got crabs, I've got spiders and various worms. We've got the plants, but we're not interested in the plants because we're looking for turtles. Down here we've got seals, then we've got whales. Then we move on to the next page and look, we've got turtles. So our answer is probably going to be there or from there onwards. Now, if you read the sentence, it says turtles went back to the sea a very long time ago, and like all vertebrate returnees to the water, they breathe air. Now, we've got turtles, which is one of the keywords that we underlined in the questions. We also have back to the sea, which is another keyword that we underlined in the question. And remember, back was an adverb that we underlined. So the question says turtles were among the first group of animals to migrate back to the sea. This sentence says turtles went back to the sea a very long time ago. So we don't know when that time was, and we don't even know if turtles were the first group of animals that went back to the sea. In which case, we don't have the information that the question is asking, and therefore 31 is not given. Okay, so let's move on to 32, which said it's always difficult to determine where an animal lived when its fossilized remains are incomplete. We underlined always difficult. We underlined fossilized remains. So we are going to look for fossils, fossilized. We're going to look for that word. So we're going to skim and scan to look for that word. And then we might want to look for difficult or for a synonym of difficult or for the opposite of difficult, which would make 32 false. So if we carry on, we can see that those next 2 sentences are about turtles. And then straight away, we've got key fossils. So that's the word we're looking for. And then it says there are 2 key fossils called, there's 2 difficult words to pronounce. I'm not going to read them out. Dating from early dinosaur times, which appear to be close to the ancestry of all modern turtles and tortoises. So here we've got the introduction of our fossils. And then it says, you might wonder how we can tell whether fossil animals, so we've got fossil again, whether fossil animals lived on land or in water, especially if only fragments are found. Now, fragments is a synonym of remains. And then it says, sometimes it's obvious. Now, we've got an adjective, obvious. What does it mean? It means it's clear, it's there, it's easy to see, it's easy, okay? Which contrasts with our adjective difficult that we underlined in question 32. And then it says, ichthyosaurs were reptilian contemporaries of the dinosaur with fins and streamlined bodies. So 32 is false because it says the exact opposite of what's here. 32 says it's always difficult to determine, whereas here it says sometimes it's obvious. So that's the opposite of 32 and makes 32 false. And now we're looking at 33 that says the habitat of ichthyosaurs can be determined by the appearance of the fossilized remains. Now we underline ichthyosaurs because that is the main keyword. It's the name of a type of dinosaur, so we're going to look for that. We're going to skim and scan the text again, the remaining of the text, and we're going to look for the keyword ichthyosaurs. It's a bit of a difficult word, that one. So we keep going down into our paragraphs, and there it is, ichthyosaurs. And it says, ichthyosaurs were reptilian contemporaries of the dinosaurs with fins and streamlined bodies. The fossils look like dolphins, and they surely lived like dolphins in the water. Now let's look at our question, which is our main point of reference, and it says the habitat of ichthyosaurs can be determined by the appearance of the fossilized remains. So here we've got the fossils look like dolphins, and they surely lived like dolphins in the water. So the fossils look like dolphins matches the appearance of the fossilized remains, and the habitat matches with in the water, just like dolphins do nowadays. Thank you for watching this video. If you need more advice on the other parts of the reading paper or any IELTS paper, please watch my other videos, which you can find here below in the descriptions or on my website, claudiamyenglishteacher.com. If you need help with the IELTS in general, visit my website to see the courses I'm offering at the moment and just drop me an email explaining what you need. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook for mini weekly IELTS lessons. Thank you so much.